Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On the move, it's Jordan. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job of getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Lemon. Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down the 1. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for space. It's Glover. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. The short hand is Casper.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Extending the play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Casper. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and you never get to it.
Back to pass, it's Mayava. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. Stop stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Quarterback moving. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. To the ground with the back.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Floats it out in space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it on the move. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
And he added the extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Might be calling a hot route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And the returner will be brought down. The defense's good work by taking the lead here. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trying play action. Under fire. He's got it inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. The give to the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Quarterback extends the play. And some room to work. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Ducks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to sneak it. The Ducks are on the move. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Mayaba. Got his man on the outside. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments where you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Florida State. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. That type of big play can even make traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosives. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. to the air on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Lemon. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Just keeps slinging it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Finding an escape route. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go bunts against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. The hand to the running back. Quick spin on the rock. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create.
Trying to rumble in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, USC.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he puts through the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Now adjusting. Makes the catch, it's Moore. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. A full dive to haul that one in. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Got his man quickly. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gresham. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime, like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Running to Green. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He might want another play. He'll throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Lemon. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And that one will put him up here in the second half. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They are up by just one over Florida State. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, USC.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. To the air, it's Mayaba. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the third quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Gonna run it. It's Jordan. Oh, he's got some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The Trojans just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Look out, he's got room. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wideout. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Lane. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Max going for the goal line. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This drive going from the 17. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
DBs will back off a bit. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got it in the middle, it's more. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
With no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2 possession.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Ready, set. Lasso.
The give out of the gun. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
The Trojans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Here's a heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Wants to fire on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Turning it on! They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. On the run, it's Jordan. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll test the right side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll leave it with him. Running into the open space. Gets it past the marker. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
The run to the right. And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. A designed run for the quarterback. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going again.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, USC. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Mayaba. On the run, fires downfield. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it.